Do you ever think about like your fight camps when you were getting ready for a world title versus after having the world title, like from Pride, from UFC? Is it the pressure more or less? Is it there a lot with your coach, the kind of like who knows better at that point?
Yeah, it's a lot more pressure when you're a champion, for sure. You training with like more motivation. I remember that. You just determine it because you don't want to lose that strap, right? So yeah, it's more determination. But my training camps, I always like gave it everything I got. But when I had the belt, I remember it's just a little bit extra. Like, I got to put a little extra in. I couldn't cheat on my diet as much. I couldn't fuck around in the gym as much. Like, I'm defending this belt.
See, now he's talking about too, as well as after he had the title. See, both these, like Mackenzie didn't have the title yet. So I think, and I'm sure that you'll probably agree with this, there's a little bit more excitement actually even there going into the title fight to become a champion. There's more just excitement. There's more, you want to be there. You want to put the extra work in. And like he says, when you have the title, now you have to put in the work now. The saying is what? It's easier to win the title than keep it, right? Isn't that a cliche saying in the fight game?
What about you? What about the drills and the techniques and the sparring? Does that change now that you have the title? Are you more on the defense, like they got to beat the champ? Or is it still like?
Oh no, Mackenzie's still developing. Mackenzie has a title that's and I talk to her in jiu-jitsu language because I think that she understands that the best. So I talk about belts, like look at it like as a fighter, you're at like a purple belt. You're coming into your brown belt. You know what I mean? I think Mackenzie's still got a lot of room to grow. She's 32 years old. I mean, and she's coming in. Women kind of peak a little later, I think, in my opinion. I could be right, I could be wrong, but I think they have a little bit more longevity as well. And I think she has a lot more, again, motivation through the success. So I think that, she believes that she can do even more than she just has done. It is the best thing you can do. And you go in the history books for being a world champion. Yes, she did it. She got to where everybody's trying to get to. But, if depending on where Mackenzie decides to put her head in the next couple of years, she could be one of the best strawweights of all time. There's no doubt in my mind. And I'd like to try to, I like her to kind of shoot that direction. I think she does too as well. And she can, so she got to look, okay, I get the title now. Now I want to train harder or just consistent. It's not even harder. It's developing what she's been developing over the last 5 years, how she puts it together with her grappling and her jiu-jitsu and whatnot, because, I've gotten people commenting, hey, don't just tell her to take everybody down. Tell her to go take everybody down. What the fuck you think is 1990 fucking two? You know what I mean? You fucking idiot. You know what I mean? Jesus
What are they
Christ.
trying to insinuate? Because
don't try to tell her not to
her striking won her the world
Tell her
title.
not to strike. I don't mean this. I mean the past. I've been with her for 5 or 6 years. Again, you know what I mean? It's a long history. It's a long time. It's like, it's a long time.